Today I'm going to be showing you guys my Khora build. So this build is based off of just CC. So you're going to be spending a lot of time pressing your 4. That's the main CC on Khora right now. The 2 is actually pretty nice too, but it's what me and my friend like to call cute. It's just kind of like it works, but it's not super reliable. So I'm gonna show you exactly what that's about. But let me show you the modding, what I did here. I went through a lot of struggle with this class. This is like the worst uh, formatting I have ever had in my life. But it seems like I was having the worst time, and the leveling of it just took forever. I felt like I was never gonna be able to make a build, and it got to the point where I was just kind of like I just wanted to play the game. So I think I finally found a build that actually is really functional for what I wanted to do, which was mainly CC. So I went with Rejuvenation. This is the polarity that the character started with. Rejuvenation's still pretty nice. I like running it. It's good for the team, and it's also good for your pet because the thing about your pet is that you can't. There's certain mobs that don't work on him, and I'll be showing you exactly what I'm talking about. But Rejuvenation is actually really nice on Khora. I'm using Angered Message, and I'm also using Prime Continuity for duration. You're gonna be losing a lot of duration because of not Streamline, but Fleeting Expertise, because you're losing duration on that, and but you're gaining your efficiency, and that's the main thing that you wanted to do, is be able to efficiently use your powers, because you're gonna be spamming your 4 a lot, and that's going to be pretty much the majority of your gameplay is just spamming a 4. So I went ahead and I put Natural Talent on there because your powers take a little bit of time to actually cast. So it's really nice to have Natural Talent. That way you can just kind of like plop your 4 down like wherever you want. You can only put up to two of the shield or the bubbles of the number 4. You can only put that twice. So you want to be really careful with it. But with Natural Talent, you don't have to really worry that much. You could just plop it down and that's it, and just keep going. I went with Overextended and Stretch for range. This is really important with this build because the little sphere that you make on the 4 is really tiny. It's basically exactly the same as Frost's bubble. So if you think about it that way, if you use if you use an overextended build like this on Frost, then it's really awesome because the bubble would just cover everything, and that's pretty much the same concept with Khora here. And then I'm using Quick Thinking for survivability, which you could put Vitality if you want to, but personally I tried Vitality and I also tried a Rage build with it, and it didn't work out so well because I ended up getting one-shotted, especially out in Mott. The shotgun guy will come by and you don't see him, and blah, one shot and that's it, you're dead. So Khora is really squishy. So Quick Thinking saved my ass so many times. So that's why I leave this in the build. That's like the major defensive mod. But that's her build. Let me show you the pet's build too, because the pet also gets its own build also. So when you go into that, it's basically like building like a Kubro or something. It's the same similar thing. The only thing that's really disappointing, that's why I was telling you about the rejuvenation with the healing over time, Pack Leader does not work. So you have to leave this out of the build. It's unfortunate that this doesn't work. But the thing is with this pet, at least you could resummon it over and over.
It will be marked on navigation.
Oh, thank you for that, Lotus. I appreciate the update. So Pack Leader does not work. Don't worry about Pack Leader. Another thing that I'm just kind of going with is the Medipet kit thing. It actually works with the rejuvenation, so that's pretty nice. So rejuvenation and this at the same time is giving it at least a little bit of healing over time. If your pet dies, it's not a big deal because you can just resummon it, so it's not that bad. It's not like a normal Kubro when it goes down like you're shitting a brick because you got to try to pick them up now. Hunter's Recovery does work though, and that's something that's really nice about this pet, is that you can actually run this. You can run around and your pet will like punch the mob and heal you for the damage. So that's really good. Everything else is kind of whatever. This is important. Link health is very important. It doesn't have any shields, so you're definitely gonna need that. You could put the Link shields mod, but it doesn't give you that much, especially if you didn't go with a shield build on your actual character itself. It's not gonna really work out, so I didn't go with that. Animal instincts is really nice. I like running this on every sentinel and pet that I use, because just the loot radar is awesome and enemy radar is awesome. So that's why I like running that. I went with Hunter Synergy. That's another nice one. It's a crit link for the primary weapon that you're using. It seems like it actually scales with depending on like how good the crit is on your primary weapon. So it all depends on what you're trying to use, but this is actually a pretty nice mod. Everything else is a bunch of like Kavat mods, and it seems like they work. So I've been just putting it in there. I'm using Pounce, I'm using Sharpened Claws, and then I'm using Swipe. So it seems like they're working. I don't really like monitor exactly what the Vanari does, because a lot of times I just see her kind of dicking around, like twirling around in circles and just staring at me, and then she'll go, oh, I want to go punch something, I guess. You know, so she's pretty useless in my opinion. I just like running the healing portion of her, and Hunter's recovery is something that's really excellent about her. That's it. That's pretty much it. And I'm also using Maul in case she wants to go punch something. Maybe she'll do 300% damage to that mob. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much the build. I'm gonna jump into a mission, and then you can see exactly what this is like. Okay, so I just made it into a mission. This is Pluto. This is an excavate mission. Figured I'd do something a little bit different than usual. The first thing, usually what you do as soon as you spawn in, is spawn out your pet. So when you bring out your pet, the main thing that you want her to do is be in healing stance, because as you can see, like, she'll run around and she'll fight like one mob at a time and stuff, which is cute, but she's not very functional. Like, look at her, like, she's already not doing anything, you know. So I just put her in heal mode, so I'll change it to that, press 3 to just switch the modes. She's gonna heal me in a second, and you're gonna see on the top right, it's gonna pop up. You see it says Vanari heal. So she's healing me over time, kind of like Nidus. So it's similar to that. You see, and the heal is actually really, really strong. So coupled up with rejuvenation, it's actually really nice. So it's almost like you're running a Nidus in a way. And she's constantly healing you, you know, as long as you're standing near her. So if I'm standing right here, you see, I'm always standing near her right now. So it works out. And then also, depending on how many pets you have running, so in this case, I have the carrier running, and then I'm also have her running. On the top right, you see I have a 30% reduction to damage. So that's pretty decent. I mean, it's not much compared to how Gara is, you know, or Mesa, for example. But it's still cool, you know. Like, it's good that she has some kind of defense, because she's really, really squishy. And in endgame, she's pretty miserable if you're not spamming your CC, which I'm going to spam the 4 right now so you can see what that is. So it basically just chains everybody down, and then, you know, start doing some Cirque du Soleil stuff going on over here, you see? And that's pretty much what the 4 is. You can actually put it down multiple times, so I could put, you know, 2 4s next to each other, or I can block up a doorway. Let's say I could put it right here, and then put one way over here, you know, and that's pretty nice that you can actually control an area, you know. But there's this opportunity, like I see like a lot of problems with it in endgame, because the little chains are not going to do that much damage in endgame. So you're going to see mobs just kind of Cirque du Soleil all over the place. Sometimes they'll spin around in circles like wildly, so you're trying to shoot at them and it's like, oh, I'm missing, you know what I mean? Like people will be struggling trying to shoot the stuff, so that gets kind of annoying. But it's still probably the most powerful CC that she has going on, and that's the one that you're gonna be spamming the most. The 2, I'm gonna hit it on this disruptor. It actually works pretty well. Especially if you start spamming it in the area, it's pretty nice. This is probably the worst mob to like do it on. Let me just do it on a normal mob. But you see, it starts like latching on to everything. So the main target is the one that's gonna be like the anchor that just kind of pulls everything in. So they're just gonna keep doing that. and that's pretty nice. But the problem with it is that eventually, you see, they drop off and they just stop getting held. But you can just run around and just start spamming it. So if you spam it in an area, it actually works pretty decent. It's just the problem with it is that when you're in a team setting, your teammates are gonna shoot the shit out of everything. So they're gonna kill it, and then what do? Like, you know, so it's kind of like Trinity, where you put your buffs down, and then, you know, some guy on the team is just gonna instantly blast the shit out of it because it's glowing. You know, so, oh, kill the glowing target. You know, that's the first thing in everybody's head, and that's pretty terrible, because you see, now I want this to be my main anchor, but in a team setting, they're just gonna kill the main target, and then everything's gonna wake up. You know, so this is pretty lame in that aspect. That's why I call it cute. So it definitely needs some buffing. The one is garbage. Okay. The only way that the one is actually good is if you make like a damage build, and even then it's still weak. You know, like, look, this, I'm not in a damage build right now, so obviously the damage is gonna suck. But it's just, it's like, why spend the energy pressing that button when I could just do this? You see? I could just do this, you know what I mean? Like, everything's gonna die instantly. So the one is pretty garbo. So I don't recommend ever using the one until maybe the devs will kind of fix it in the end, or maybe hopefully Khora gets some badass mods in the future. But right now she's very subpar, you know, and that's something that's really bothers me. It's just like, it's not unique. There's nothing unique about this class, and I was kind of hoping that they would make a nice damage class, because I have too much CC classes already. So I'm kind of burnt out on CC stuff. And plus, like, whenever I think about CC, the first character I'll whip out is either a Mesa, or I'll whip out the Frost, or even like Nidus. You know, like, any other class is better than this. You know what I mean? That's something that, you know, kind of bothers me about this, because this is a brand new class. I was expecting them to do some cool stuff with it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much Khora anyway. I don't want to start ranting on. I already made a video ranting on talking about all the stuff I really didn't like about it. But yeah, this is the Khora, and it actually works pretty well. This build is pretty nice for what she does. Definitely the holding the area thing. I don't know why this thing is not getting held. Like, he's standing in 2 of these things and he's not getting held. I don't understand that. But okay, whatever. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and I will see you on the next one. Later.